Millions in Syria and Iraq are facing water shortages as the region's longest river, the Euphrates, dries up.
As we stand on the brink of unprecedented environmental crises, the drying up of the Euphrates River in Syria and Iraq presents a chilling harbinger of change, sparking global concern and apocalyptic fears. This river, the lifeline of the region, is diminishing at an alarming rate, leaving millions to grapple with the specter of water scarcity. But this is not just a story of environmental degradation. It is a narrative intertwined with ancient prophecies, drawing the eyes of the world to the unfolding drama. Could this be the fulfillment of biblical prophecy, signaling the end times? The Euphrates River, once robust and nurturing, now faces a dire future, with projections pointing to a potential dry-up by 2024. This decline in water levels is not just a statistic. It represents a looming crisis that threatens agriculture, industry, and basic survival in the region. The scenario paints a bleak picture of drought-stricken lands, dwindling resources, and escalating tensions. As the river wanes, so does the hope of millions who depend on its waters for life itself. The implications of the Euphrates drying up extend far beyond the immediate loss of water. They touch upon the very stability of the region, with the potential to ignite conflicts over dwindling resources. The risk of war, driven by desperation and survival, looms large, as countries may be forced into confrontations over access to water. This crisis invites us to delve deeper into the intersections of science, spirituality, and survival, urging a reflection on our relationship with the natural world and the ancient texts that have long predicted such cataclysms. As we explore the secrets beneath the river's surface, the question remains, are we witnessing the prelude to a fulfillment of prophecy, and how will we respond to this clarion call of our times? The dwindling waters of the Euphrates not only signal an escalating environmental crisis, but also unearth layers of ancient mysteries and prophecies, compelling us to consider their implications in today's world. Amidst this backdrop of scarcity and ecological upheaval, the biblical narrative of the four angels bound at the Euphrates gains newfound relevance. Could the literal drying of the river herald the unleashing of these prophesied forces as depicted in the vivid imagery of St. John's Apocalypse? This question invites us to delve deeper into the spiritual and historical significance of the region, where the line between myth and reality blurs. The Euphrates River, cradling the cradle of civilization, has always been more than a mere body of water. It is a symbol of life and prosperity, but also holds a darker association with human sin and divine judgment, as recounted in the tales of the first murder and the origins of idolatry. The prophecy speaks of angels, beings of immense power, bound until their appointed time to bring forth destruction upon a third of humanity. These narratives, steeped in symbolism, challenge us to interpret the spiritual forces at play and the nature of judgment and redemption that thread through human history. The ancient land that the Euphrates waters has seen the rise and fall of civilizations, with Sumer standing as a testament to human ingenuity and spirit. The discovery of life and civilization beneath its current speaks to our enduring quest to understand our origins and the forces that shape our destiny. As scientists uncover remnants of the first city-states and marvel at the architectural prowess of our ancestors, we are reminded of the rich tapestry of human achievement that the Euphrates has nurtured. In this convergence of prophecy, history, and environmental change, we are called to reflect on the lessons of the past and the warnings of the future. The drying up of the Euphrates, whether seen through the lens of science or scripture, signals a critical juncture for humanity. It beckons us to consider the interconnectedness of our spiritual beliefs, historical roots, and the stewardship of our planet. As we ponder the fate of the Euphrates and the unfolding of ancient prophecies, we must ask ourselves, what role will we play in shaping the future of this storied river and, by extension, the future of our world? The Sumerian civilization, flourishing along the banks of the Euphrates, was a beacon of innovation and culture, pioneering advancements that laid the groundwork for future societies. Their achievements in pottery, textiles, agriculture, and even early forms of engineering like irrigation predate those of other ancient civilizations such as Egypt and the Yellow River. However, the tide of history was unrelenting. The Sumerians faced invasion and eventually disappeared under the rising powers of their era, leaving only the faintest traces of their legacy. As the Euphrates dwindles, the veil over the past is lifted, revealing the depth of the Sumerian contribution to our collective knowledge. Writing, astronomy, mathematics, and even medical practices like craniotomy were all part of their repertoire. The remnants of their society offer a window into the ingenuity of our ancestors, whose tools of war and peace alike shape the course of human history. This revelation comes at a time when signs of environmental change prompt reflection on our own era's challenges. The Euphrates, once a cradle of civilization, now serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of human endeavor against the forces of nature. Yet within this context, the spiritual significance of the river remains undiminished, linking the past with prophetic visions of the future. The journey of Abraham from Ur across the Euphrates, as recounted in biblical narratives, underscores the river's enduring importance to faith and heritage. It's within these storied banks that we find a confluence of history, prophecy, and the enduring human quest for meaning amidst change. The drying of the Euphrates, foretold and now witnessed, serves as a catalyst for introspection on the promise of redemption and the stewardship of our planet. In this moment of convergence between past and present, the Euphrates calls us to a deeper understanding of our place in a world that is both ancient and ever-evolving. As we navigate the uncertainties of our time, the river's legacy invites us to prepare, not with fear but with a resolve to face the future with faith, informed by the lessons of history and the hope of prophecy fulfilled. The desiccation of the Euphrates River not only exacerbates the pressing environmental crisis, but also unveils a wealth of ancient secrets and biblical prophecies, stirring both fascination and foreboding across the globe. This phenomenon prompts a deeper exploration into the interplay between geography and divinity, positioning the land of Canaan as a divine crucible designed to foster faith and obedience. Here, the interdependence of agriculture on the dual reigns becomes a testament to the covenant between God and his people, promising prosperity for adherence and hardship for defiance. Amidst these unfolding ecological shifts, the narrative of the Euphrates and its biblical significance as a harbinger of the end times gains momentum. The prophecy of the four angels bound at the river's banks, poised to unleash destruction upon a third of mankind, frames the river's drying as a pivotal precursor to apocalyptic events. This ancient scripture paints a vivid picture of divine judgment, intertwined with humanity's earliest transgressions and the ultimate fate of civilizations that have risen and fallen by its waters. Even the mightiest citadels are susceptible to the forces of innovation and destiny, as Cyrus II's clever plan to divert the Euphrates demonstrated. This historical episode echoes through time, fulfilling Jeremiah's prophecy of desolation and serving as a cautionary tale of hubris and divine retribution. The imagery of Babylon in Revelation, as a symbol of decadence and divine judgment, further illustrates the cyclical nature of human history and the perpetual struggle between good and evil. As modern-day observers bear witness to the Euphrates' dwindling flow, the revelations unearthed from its ancient banks challenge our understanding of history, spirituality, and the environmental legacy we bequeath to future generations. The drying riverbed, revealing submerged villages and relics of bygone eras, invites speculation about the river's original state and the historical narratives yet to be uncovered. The prophecy of the Euphrates paving the way for kings from the east and the ensuing cataclysmic events encapsulate the enduring human fascination with the end of days and the quest for redemption. This biblical allegory, juxtaposed with the tangible reality of the river's decline, compels us to reflect on the essence of faith, the impermanence of worldly dominions, and the eternal cycle of creation and destruction. In the face of these revelations, the promise of a new Jerusalem, free from the sorrows of the old world, offers a vision of hope and renewal. The stark reminder that salvation is only available to those who have their names inscribed in the book of life, however, tempers this optimism and emphasizes the moral and spiritual decisions that define our journey through this world and beyond. As the Euphrates continues to recede, unveiling the layers of human history interwoven with divine prophecy, it beckons us to ponder the mysteries that remain hidden beneath its currents and the lessons they hold for our collective future. In this historical and spiritual odyssey, the Euphrates serves not only as a witness to the passage of time, but as a focal point for the enduring quest for understanding, redemption, and the ultimate destiny of humankind. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any videos. Stay connected with us for more insights and uplifting content.